Hey guys, I got another new video here about my gun, about the new M4 that I got. It is about a little, not gunsmithing I did to it, well, sort of. I got a new scope for it. And when I went with this gun, I did not want to get cheap glass on this thing at all. And for me, the number one name in optics, and I know that there's one, maybe one higher, or it's really up there, is the number one name in optics is Leupold, or Leupold, or however you'd like to pronounce it. And so that's what I went with. I got a Leupold scope for this, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, and might as well show you what you get in the box with it too, as long as I have the box around here. Yes, I do. Okay, so the Leupold scope. Let's take a look at it. There's my gun. Chamber open, so we're all safe. And there's the scope. I got a Leupold Rifleman scope. And in case you're unfamiliar with this scope, though I hear a lot of people saying, not just about the scope, but it seems to be the norm in, I'll do a little bit of camera zooming here while I'm talking about this, but it seems to be the norm when you're talking about ARs and stuff like that, that everybody seems to have real strong opinions, that they're right and you're wrong. It just seems like everybody is so stuck up when it comes to ARs, and I've heard people say Bushmaster's terrible. I've heard people say Bushmaster is the best way to go. The same with Colt, same with Stag, same with Armalite, same with Olympic Arms. And like I said, people, they're all the same. They are all the same. The only difference is the nameplate. You will get slight variations, and yada yada yada. And another thing is the scopes. Leupold is a great name in scopes. It is one of the best. But people say the Rifleman, because it is Leupold's entry level, is just crap. That is not in any way, shape, or form true. When you're up as high as the Leupold name, you're not going to get crap at all. Matter of fact, I know via a little research that the Leupold scope is the exact same scope as Leupold's VXI or VX1. I think it's the Roman numeral 1. Except for the lens coating, which just lets a little bit more light in, and it's actually, I believe, 86% in the VX1 and 83% in this. And for me, that's not going to make any difference. I'm not going to do any twilight hunting with this at all, where light's going to be a big factor or anything like that. So if I can get one of their most popular scopes, which is the VX1, in a package that's cheaper, when the only difference being the lens coating, and I can get Leupold quality with a full lifetime Zippo S guarantee, sounds good to me. You can complain about it all you want. And not everybody does. A lot of people realize that, you have the Leupold name, so you're going to be getting quality either way. But some people just have to be stuck up, oh, that's not good enough for me. It's Leupold scope. It's a Leupold scope. It's not a $60 Tasco scope. As a matter of fact, speaking of prices, this was a $250 scope. And well worth it. It is a Leupold Rifleman 4 through 12 by 40 millimeter objective lens, and I put it on there, and I finally got it sighted in today. I actually bought it last Thursday, and I only got out to the range today, and it's great. I bought this scope, had weaver rings put on my gun to put it on there, and weather flippers, flip covers. And it's fantastic. I'm used to 3x9 scopes, cheaper ones. This is the first higher end scope that I got. And 3 through 9 is great, but 4 through 12, you can definitely notice the difference. You can absolutely notice the difference. And while I'm zooming towards the front portion of this gun over here, I'd like to make note of this unremovable front sight post and this scope. Anybody see a problem here? Yeah, you would think that you would be able to see that front post. You can't see it at all. I think the threshold is 2.5 magnifications. Anything above that, you can no longer see the front sight post. It just magnifies right past it. And that is the case with this. You can't see that front sight post at all through this, even on the lowest power, which is 4x. And I got it sighted in, and even with Wolf ammo, the cheap Wolf stuff, Wolf ammo, 223 Remington. 2 minutes of angle is the groups I've got. And for those of you that don't know, minutes of angle is just the fancy way to say inch at 100 yards. So 1 minute of angle is an inch at 100 yards. 2 minutes of angle is 2 inches at 100 yards. It's the shot size groups. So I can get 2 minute of angle groups with that cheap ammo, repeatable, and that's damn good. That gives credit to the gun and the scope. Hopefully, I mean, hopefully we won't lose zero or anything like that. But again, with the name Leupold, I don't think we're going to have any problems like that. When you take these caps off, the windage and elevation caps, what I thought was really interesting was, and I'm going to zoom out so you can guys see this. On there, and again, I'm not sure if you can see that totally, but on there, there's the windage and elevation knob, which has the slot in it. But on the outside, there's also an aluminum ring that you can move so that your slot will be lined up with that slot in the aluminum ring. So that'll tell you where your zero was in case you change it. And you have to go back to where your original zero was. You can go back to where that slot is, and you'll be right back on zero, which I thought was really interesting. Really bright, really clear, even at 12x, 12 times magnification is what I was using to sight this thing in. Really, really, really nice sight picture. Some people don't have, they have a bit of, they put their head a little bit closer to the scope than I do. I have a bit of a farther eye relief that I need. And people are like, well, why is it, so far back? That's just me. That's just the way I shoot. And if I'm getting 2 minute of angle groups at 100, obviously at 100 yards, seems to be working out for me. So, but yeah, I showed this off to my friend, and he was one of those people, that was normal and didn't just either be a hater or just have their own thoughts so ingrained at their head that he took a look at that Leupold name and he said, wow, that's a really nice scope. And now don't get me wrong, just because you have a great name doesn't mean that you're automatically going to have a great item. However, having shot quite a few rounds through this and see what kind of grouping I'm going to get, and see what kind of grouping I got, and I just know when I even sighting it in, it was so much easier than like I said, say a cheap Tasco, which I have shot before too. It was just so much easier because it doesn't even have distinct clicks. It's got a real smooth friction system, which I thought was just fantastic when sighting that in. It's got the minutes of angle really well marked out on that windage and elevation adjustment. It was just a pleasure to sight in. And so yeah, I mean, I definitely think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this scope. And I actually think that it looks pretty good. I was worried that taking the carrying handle off would make it look dumb, but no, that scope on there really makes this thing look really nice. And like I said, so the only thing I might be able to criticize this scope for is if it loses its zero. And I honestly do not think that's going to happen. I think that I paid for the quality. I think that I'm going to have a nice zero when I go back to the range. So what do you get in the box? Like always, trademark of mine. This is the box it came in. Leupold. And 1-inch wide duplex reticle, which I thought was really nice. You have the wide, the wide crosshairs on the side, and then they get narrow in the middle. And the wide duplex, I thought that was really nice. A Rifleman 4 through 12 by 40 millimeters. You open it up. It came with these packing inserts to keep the scope protected. It came with a little window decal, which I thought was really interesting. The Leupold, the L, the Leupold's trademark. An entire scope owner's manual, which was really nice. There's a lot of information about zeroing and how your scope is fully covered for life, warranty. If it ever gets water in it, gets fogged up, anything like that, you send it back, no questions asked, they will replace it. And that's all the packaging that it comes with. It doesn't come with any rings or anything. You have to buy your own rings. It doesn't come with it, but most good scopes don't. And I ordered this from Cabela's. And they had a little promotion going on from Cabela's that if you order a rifle scope, I don't know if it had to be over a certain amount, but there was free shipping because it was $250, like I said. If you ordered over a certain amount scope or just ordered a rifle scope, apparently they give you a free lens pen. A lens pen is it's got a brush on one end to clean your lenses off in case there's dust or particles of whatever on there. On the other side, there's a little chamois, so you can clean off anything else you have on your scope. Keeps your scopes really nice and clean. I thought that was nice. This is a nice $10 value, and it seems like a pretty nice lens pen for free. And not bad. Can't beat the price. So, there is a look at my Leupold Rifleman scope. Thanks for watching. And if anybody's interested in this, I say, you know, don't just listen to what one or two people tell you, because, like I said, it seems to be the thing with these ARs that people always have to be kind of anal about them, you know. I hate your brand, I love your brand. It's like, folks, go out and shoot. Go out and shoot. Seriously. So I don't care if you paid $9,000 for your custom DPMS Daniel Defense. I don't care. It's like, we got an AR, folks. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know, I guess it's been bothering me a little bit about these ARs. Everybody's got to have their brand. Bushmaster's great, Bushmaster sucks, Colt's great. Get over it, folks. Get over it. Even the Wolf ammo, people complain, oh, it's terrible, it'll break your gun, it'll break your extractor. Extractor costs about $5 to replace. I've already taken it out as if I needed to replace it. It's absolutely nothing to replace. And it won't, because people say steel on steel, automatically going to hurt your gun. Yeah, that's great, except steel is not always the same hardness as known from knives. There's different compositions of steel, and this is a special gunmetal steel, which is almost the same composition as brass, so it's nice and soft. Will it break my extractor? I can't say. I know people who've shot many thousands of this round and not had a single problem. I know people who've shot a few and broken extractors. There are differences in guns, too. So, the way I see it, if I can get this for $6 for 20, I'm going to go ahead and use this Wolf stuff. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about my Leupold Rifleman scope. So I do thank you for watching, and you guys have a great day. By the way, before I go, I'd like to say, also, you will see a shooting video of this. I forgot my camera to take over to the range. Well, actually, not the range stage, just a friend's house when I was shooting this off. But you will get a video of this shooting, and it's quite a blast. So, thanks for watching, and you guys have a great day.